Day 29 of 30 days of Fury. Feels quite weird. You know when you like build up to something and then it like happens the whole time you've anticipated it and then yeah, it's here. Sounds like I'm describing orgasm. As you know, I've had like an abdominal strain. So I've not lifted any heavy weights, but I've not done any jumping. So today I'm gonna focus on jump technique, and I'm gonna focus on jump technique as it relates to basketball. Now the reason this is, jumping straight in the air is one of the most effective ways to train a vertical leap. You'll see in videos when people actually measure the vertical leap, it's not about how high a box they can jump on, it's about jumping straight in the air. So just jumping straight up is gonna be a much more effective way of training explosiveness and training that vertical leap. If I could shift your paradigm in any way, it would be work smarter, not harder. Deconstruct the skill and figure out the easiest way for you personally to achieve it. It sounds like cutting corners or taking a shortcut, and I guess in a way it is, but really what it's about is efficiency. If you've ever read any of Tim Ferriss's books, they're all about accelerated learning, and what he says is, don't copy experts at a skill. Copy those who have struggled to get there, and preferably those who have learned the skill recently. And the reason that is because more often than not, experts, they're total outliers, and they will have had things like natural ability and circumstance, which is going to have helped them get there. People who have struggled to learn a skill, they'll have taken a long time to do it. They'll probably know the ins and outs of how to do it. And more often than not, they will have had all of those other factors against them. And that's what today is all about. You know, I could learn to dunk by growing a foot and injecting myself with testosterone and signing a lucrative shoe contract, but that's probably going to take me longer than 30 days. So it's all about hacking, it's all about deconstructing, and it's all about using your brain, working smarter, not harder. It's 2 days to go before the big jump, and I'm here with Roy here at the Crags Sports Centre. Roy today is going to talk me through a technique, because as I found over the course of this process, technique has been a massive thing. It's not just about, you know, doing your plyometrics in the gym or anything like that. It's being able to turn that strength into upward momentum. So what would you say is the best place to start in terms of, if you, let's stay with basketball. If you're going forward with the ball and you want to turn that into upward momentum.
And you want to turn that into upward momentum. The best thing you want to do to start off with, watching videos, watch the best. So the people that jump the highest and make it look effortless, they're the people you want to watch, because it means that their movement's really efficient. They're not wasting energy, sort of flexing the wrong muscles. They're not wasting energy going in the wrong direction. All of their momentum will go from horizontal to vertical, and it's sometimes just even that alone, when you know what to look for, is insanely impressive to watch. The likes of John Wall, Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, Blake Griffin, these guys just like seem to just fire in straight lines, and then all of a sudden they're just up in the air.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable. The biggest thing that I think through watching these videos and through my personal experience of trying to jump myself is that those steps before the jump need to be a little bit slower, a little bit more controlled. You can build momentum before that, but then you're slowing down, you're getting low, your steps become longer as you get lower, and then right at the end, all of that momentum is going from sort of like this. It goes down to sort of help you from going straight to up. You need to sort of go down and then back straight up as possible.
Yeah. Okay, so you've touched on a few teaching points there. What are some teaching points that most people, when they approach it at the start, they don't necessarily think of? I know for me, one of the major things that I've noticed is using your arms for momentum.
Arms is huge. It's all in the timing, for sure. I'm not saying I've got my timing perfect, but timing is quite big. You want your arms to go back as you're coming down, so your arms are back here, and then you want them to be crossing your to be crossing the sort of midline, being your torso. You want to crossing that midline right as you're raising up. So this is all coming together as one motion, and so your weight shift, your center of mass is rising as your hands come up because there's more mass above your top half. So as your arms rise up, your center of mass gets higher, and as that's happening, your legs are coming up and pushing you into the air. Watch the best, but it's definitely huge to start to feel it yourself. You'll start feeling, oh, that was a good jump. You'll get that kinesthetic feedback. That was a good jump, that was a bad jump, what did I do here? But the main thing is to have that mentality as you're practicing, so it's purposeful. You're not just running around jumping, you're stopping, you think about what you did, you recognize the good points, the bad points. Sometimes videoing for that is really helpful, especially if you can put your video next to John Wall, Russell Westbrook, these guys that can jump so high.
Okay guys, so I came down here where me and Ben and Mangus used to come for pickup games when we were like 16, and I was hoping I could get a pickup game. Honestly, thought that there'd be guys here playing and I could shoot them and we could all have fun learning to dunk, but there's no one fucking here. This is the reason why we've got a shite football team and a shite rugby team, because everyone's at home playing on their iPad like F-pads. So I'm not delusional, I'm gonna say it before you do. My technique is pish. I can't seem to run into it, which is meaning that I'm seriously sacrificing a lot of forward momentum that I can then turn into upward momentum. But I'm just focusing on that two-step, focusing on landing on my left, turning my body, stamping down my right, coming down, and then swinging my arms up. As you can see, I'm not getting what would qualify as a proper dunk, more of a rim job. Put your rim job jokes below, and the best one will get a major thumbs up from me. Oh, maybe not thumbs up, that was the wrong word to use. One of the major things I need to improve is I think I need to make my strides bigger. I also need to be able to run into that, and I think I could get a huge amount more height. I didn't manage it, but there's still an important lesson to be had here. Gordon Strachan was right. The gene pool in Scotland is shit. There's also another lesson here, I think. It's all about hacking, it's all about deconstructing, and it's all about using your brain, working smarter, not harder.